Hey guys, Camp for 15, back it up with another video for you guys, back with another Flagrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. And man, another great episode here, especially with a forewarning. Now, funny enough, I guess you could say I got spoiled on Twitter about what's happened in the manga as of I guess the most recent chapter, which I guess funny enough that this episode you have it where Subaru warned Rintaro, and let's just say something happened in the episode or in that manga chapter where, oh well, that's somewhat something. So um look, I'm not gonna talk about it because I know some people are anime onlys, but I thought I'd just point that out. So I'll make sure that anything Flagrant Flower Bloom's Dignity I see on my Twitter, I'm just like deleting that off my timeline. But this episode was another great episode, man. Dog, Karako and Rintaro's relationship is so wholesome. Subaru's obviously concerns are obviously, concerns that, in her eyes are warranted and valid. And I completely understand why Rintaro's like, no, I don't want to stop seeing her. Um, and stuff like that. But yeah, let's get to it. So we know that Rintaro, he basically asked Karako, like, hey, is it okay if you if you can help me study for my test and everything so I don't fail and I can be able to do it so I can, be able to participate in the sports day festival. Now he told her that in the shop, right? So he goes over there to go meet up with her. He just wearing bland stuff, right? He shows up. He runs into her and sees her, and she's wearing this very cute dress. And he just looks up and he's just like, oh my God, I don't know what the heck is going on. I'm feeling some sort of way, bro. Listen, look, man. Rintaro, bro. Rintaro. Ain't no way this girl dressed up that nicely for a study session like that. Ain't no way. See, if I ever had to do a study session with a girl like that, and she dressed up way nicer than she's supposed to look like, Waguri freaking dressed up like as she was going on a date. And I'm like, yeah, okay. There's there's no shot that she's dressing up this nicely if she don't like you, bro. Like, dog, she dolled herself up. Her hair was all done nice, wearing a nice cute dress. She's basically like saying like, "Hey, I like you." And I think we already know like she kind of likes him and she doesn't really give a crap about the difference in schools and stuff like that. So, yeah, but I guess you could say they go kind of like to this, like, I guess you'd say this brunch restaurant or something like that, so they can do that. So they eat, again, the food looks good. She loves to eat. I clearly she loves to eat. There's nothing I can see out of these past three episodes that tells me she does not like to eat. She likes to eat snacks, she likes to eat sugary treats, she likes to eat it all. Which I can completely respect it. And it's cool to see that she likes it. So there's that. But it's absolutely funny to just see every time we see an episode, it's always a moment where we see Karako just eating something. And she's just happy. But she's like, all right, enough eating. Let's get to freaking studying, right? And she's teaching him some things that kind of have a funny, awkward moment where, she leans in close enough to the point like they're basically right there, face to face, right there, and he looks up, she looks up, they're like, oh, and they're just like, oh, they're like, what the hell, bro? And then she's like, well, here it is, and then you just have it with Rintaro in his inner monologue. He's just like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I'm feeling like this. Like my heart's beating really fast. It's honest to the point like I can't even hear what she's saying. I'm just like boom, 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 boom. Man's fallen in love. I don't blame him. This girl's cute. He's fallen in love, right? But essentially, she asked him like, "Hey, so question, why are you actually like wanted me to help you study. And he's like, well, I wanted to go enjoy sports day with my friend, and if I don't pass this, test, and if I fail, I won't be able to do that. And she's like, wow, that's really good that you want to enjoy it with your sports day and everything. And she's like, hey, after you pass and everything, and after your sports day, I want you to tell me about it. And he's like, huh? And she's like, yeah, tell me about it. So it's 100% like a thing where she's okay with talking to him, and she wants to get to know him better. Like at this point, I just be like, yeah, I don't give a crap what anybody says. I'm gonna continue to talk with this girl. I'm gonna continue to see this girl because she actually isn't scared of me. She actually respects who I am, and she actually genuinely cares and wants to know more about me. Like, what type of person is putting that type of energy in to do that, right? So they basically finish off their day and everything, and she's like, well, I'm just gonna go, you get home safe and everything. And he's like, yeah, you get home safe. Now personally, if you ask me, I'd be like, hey, can I walk you home? I want to make sure you get home safely. I don't want you like, obviously getting yourself into trouble like last time. I still don't know why he won't do well. Listen, personally, if you ask me, you see that cute girl, I'm saying like, hey, before that, if anything, I'm taking you home. I'm walking you home, if that's the slightest, until I see you go through your door and you're A-okay. That's the thing. That's the next step. I'm waiting for Rintaro to just be like, hey, is it okay if I walk you home, and stuff like that. Instead of like in the first episode, when the mom had to tell him like, dog, like, what the hell are you doing, right? So anyways, that's the whole thing. But before he's about to go back home on the train and everything, Subaru shows up. And Subaru's like, hey, can we talk? And he's like, oh shit. So they go to this other, like, I guess, little restaurant area, just for some snacks. And, he's just kind of like, well, what does she want? Is she going to be mad at me or something? I wonder if she saw me in Waguri. So basically, this is when Subaru just gets to the point. She's like, hey, are you and Waguri dating? And it's funny because he drops, like, I guess his sugar in his coffee that it burns him a bit. She gives him a cloth, and basically, she's like, look, I can tell you're a good dude and everything, but like, are you two like a thing? And Rintaro's like, no, it's not like that. Like, we just met each other, and started talking. And basically, she's like, okay, then what are you to her then? Are you a friend or something? And he's thinking like, are we friends? At this point, I would have just said like, yeah, we're friends, people that we just talk. But he kind of just says like, no, we just met and we started talking with each other. So this is when Subaru kind of is like, look, I understand, that you talk with her, but I think from this point on, could you just hear me out? Could you please stop seeing her, please? I know that would hurt her and everything, and I know I'm doing something behind her back that is probably not cool, but I don't want you to see her no more. Like, please stop seeing Karako. And this shocks Rintaro, and Subaru goes on to explain, like, the reason why that's the case is because she's like, look, Karako's been working her ass off to get into get into Kikyo, and the thing is, if a Kikyo teacher saw a student hanging out with a cheatery boy, well, then problems are gonna happen. Because she even says like, dog, the Kikyo teachers even hate the cheatery boy school. Now, listen, man, I don't know what type of freaking school would hate each other, but like, I have no absolute. These teachers must be demons, because ain't no way you're telling me you have that much of an issue for an all-girl school. Like, I would have to actually genuinely see. My next question would then be like, okay, do these teachers like genuinely have boyfriends of their own? Are they just single women that hate men? Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like to me like these teachers at their school are single women that more than likely hate men with a burning passion. Now, we find out Subaru, the reason why she's not like so high on boys is because We see where this little boy comes in, right? He falls down. She gives him his toy, right? And she's like, "Oh wow, miss, your hair is really cool." We found out in a flashback when she was a kid. Boys were basically bullying her because of her hair color was just unique and different. But Karako showed up and said, "No, I think your hair looks cool," and everything, and defended her. And that's how they became friends and stuff like that. And she basically says like, "Yeah, I'm just very overprotective of her. Like I can clearly tell like she's happy speaking with you, but please, like, I don't want you to talk with her anymore because I don't want staff to obviously find out and then she gets in trouble for it and because she's worked hard." Now, what's gonna actually be very interesting is obviously it puts out that whole thing of like, okay, now with this threat looming, will a teacher eventually find out about their secret relationship that they've been developing, right? And then also another thing is, it's clear that we know that Rintaro's mom likes Waguri. Like, I think she would be completely fine if Rintaro said, "Hey, mom, I'm dating Waguri, our customer that comes by all the time." She'd be like, "Oh my god!" She'd probably be happy. She'd probably want to be like, "Please tell me you're marrying this girl." It's going to be interesting to see if we'll ever get a point where Rintaro goes over to Waguri's house and her parents are there. Will her parents approve? That will be another interesting question there, because it seems like Rintaro's mom has approved fully. Seemingly she's the only person in this show so far that we've seen approve their relationship at this point in time. Everyone else is kind of like, well, we don't know. We see, well, Subaru actually is okay with it now because she knows, like, okay, this is generally a good dude and everything. I also do think that Subaru, the reason why she also acted, she got a little jealous too, which I think she specified in the episode. She got jealous of the fact that, Subaru or Rintaro's kind of in a weird way to her is like stealing away her friend. And I understand why she would feel like that. Like, this is a friend of hers talking with another guy. She's thinking like, oh, this may be her boyfriend. She's gonna spend more time with her boyfriend than me now, so I'm gonna be like a third wheel and type of stuff. But that's the thing. Now Rintaro's response to everything that she said, he's debating, and we know Rintaro's been shaky at the fact like, should we even speak with each other? But remember from the last episode, he already had this conversation detailing with Karako about this whole thing, and understanding that knowing that Karako does not give a crap that he's a Chidori school student and she's a Kikyo student. She doesn't care. And to the point, like, they want to go on a more personal basis and get to know each other better. And he is like, it probably is the right thing to do to just stop talking with her so she doesn't get in trouble. But I know deep down in my heart, that's not what I want. And he basically tells Subaru, like, look, I'm sorry. I understand where you're coming from, but I can't. I just can't. I just can't stop seeing her. So to your answer, or to your, answer, no, I'm not going to stop. Which I freaking love that, because see, this would be the type of part in a romance anime where the main character double guesses and second guesses his freaking self, and it's like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll stop. And then it creates drama between your main female character and your main male character of like what's going on and everything. Because I thought we were gonna get this whole thing and we're gonna get like maybe an episode or two while Karako's like, "Hey, Rintaro, how you doing?" But then he's like, he looks at her and then walks away, right? So that's the thing that was happening. But I'm happy to see that that's not the case. The case is Rintaro is basically saying, no, I don't want to stop seeing her. I really like this girl, and I don't give a crap whether you're her friend, one of my friends, or even one of her fucking teachers, essentially. That's like legitimately what he's saying. He's even saying, like, I don't give a shit if it's one of the teachers. I want to still keep seeing this girl, and I want to get to know her better. So I respected that. Obviously, Subaru was shocked by this, but yet sadly emotional. But Subaru, after he left, basically figured like he would say something like that. Mostly because she knows, like, no, Karako has a charm to her, and I see why he wants to continue speaking with her. Um, but I understand why Subaru did that. But I think she's mostly doing that because she's more one. She has fears of losing her friend, which that's not going to be the case. Like I think, people have fears. I think she's just having this fear, like, oh, she's talking to this dude that, hey, she may be actually into, and stuff like that. And I'm afraid that I'm just going to lose her to this guy. And on top of it, she's also probably afraid of that. What if the teachers find out? Like, she made it sound like she could get expelled. Now, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. If a teacher does find out and they may expel her, or maybe put on some sort of probation or something like that. But to be honest, it sounds like these fucking teachers got these girls up in jail, and they're basically giving them some sort of like, I don't know, like some sort of like indoctrination of like, you can't trust boys, especially from that school. Um, Whatever, it's gonna be interesting. Again, it's your Romeo and Juliet thing, but that's the thing. Anyways, Rintaro gets on the on the train after the incident. He runs into these two girls that were scared of him, like I think in one of the first few episodes, right? But then, in the library they came up, but then he walked away. But then at first they were scared, but they're like, "Hey, we just wanted to thank you," and he's like, "Huh?" And she's like, well, you moved, you did it again, because he could tell, like, oh, they wanted somewhere to sit, right? And he's like, in the line, they're like, in the library, you could tell we needed somewhere to sit, and you moved for us, and we managed to get seats, and you're doing it again. And Rintaro is like, okay, thank you. And he says like, good luck and everything. Those girls were scared of him, but they're like, you know what? He's actually kind of cool, which was funny. So that's kind of the whole thing. But the end of the episode has it to where they actually do pass. Him and his friend do pass, even though they kind of still got bad grades. But his friend kind of knocks down his desk, because, and I forgot to mention, Karako actually gave Rintaro her notebook and everything to help him study, right? And he had her notebook essentially in his desk. And the notebook comes out, it basically opens up, has a sticky note that says, good luck, Rintaro / Karako, right? And I guess her phone number on it. And basically his friend's like, hey man, Rintaro, the fuck is this right over here? So I have to wonder if the boys have any beef. So it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. So Rintaro's gonna have to be honest with his friends and be like, look, I got tutoring from this girl, the girl you guys already seen, the one at the library. And they're like, wait, isn't that the girl from Kikyo? And he's gonna be like, and he's probably gonna have to say yeah. And he's probably gonna have to tell the truth, like, yeah, we've been talking. So the question is, will the friends judge him for talking with Karako? That will be the next question for going into next week. But solid episode. Really did like this episode. It was a great episode, and I'm continuing to like this show. But if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity content or any other anime content I upload to the channel. Till then, guys, stay safe there. Have a great rest of your day or your night or whenever you check this video. Till then, guys, peace.